Hi, I'm Dr. Luigi Groton, Vice President of Nutrition Education, your host for the Herbalife Nutrition Education Program. Welcome to a new module, Nutrition and Heart Health, where we'll learn about how the heart works, its nutritional needs, and maintaining heart and circulation health. In the first lesson, we'll look at the heart's functions, its construction, and its parts, and how to keep heart vessels healthy. First, why is the heart so important? It's because the body's cells take in oxygen in energy and release carbon dioxide, which is a type of gas. And it's the heart that pumps blood to and from the lungs to perform this task. The heart's valves contract with each beat, allowing blood into its chambers and pumping blood to and from tissues and organs. And here's an interesting fact. The heart is the only organ that feeds blood to itself. Let's get more details about heart health in Lesson 1. Welcome back to the Herbalife Nutrition Education Program. During this module, we will learn about the heart. In this lesson, we'll take a look at the basics. Let's get started. The cells of the body take up oxygen and release carbon dioxide, just as your car uses gasoline to get the energy to drive. Then, it puts out exhaust through the exhaust pipe. Human cells need a way to take in the oxygen they need together with nutrition, just as a car needs gasoline to mix with air in order to get the energy to run. Then, they need a way to exhaust their carbon dioxide as gas through the lungs. Did you know? When attempting to locate their heart, most people place their hand on their left chest. But actually, your heart is located in the center of your chest between your lungs. The bottom of the heart is tipped to the left, so you feel more of your heartbeat on the left side of your chest. You feel your heart beating in your chest when it expands, filling with blood. The heart pulls back as the heart muscle squeezes to pump blood around the body and to the lungs. From the moment it begins beating until the moment it stops, the human heart works tirelessly. Like a pumping machine, the heart provides the power needed for life. This organ supplies blood and oxygen to all parts of the body. The heart is located in the chest cavity, just behind the breastbone between the lungs. During this lesson, we'll learn how this life-sustaining power is created. Did you know? The heart beats over 37 million times every year, nearly 3 billion times over a lifetime of 80 years. More than 1,500 gallons, or 6,000 liters, of blood are pumped daily. The heart is the only muscle that provides its own blood supply, and the shortest trip to the heart muscles takes only a few seconds. The trip to the toes takes over a minute. Oxygenated blood circulates all around the body via the arteries. After the tissues use the oxygen, the blood coming from the cells is carried in the veins back to the heart. The arteries and veins run next to each other in the arms, legs, and core of the body. This diagram shows how the heart can provide oxygen-rich blood to the body. Step 1 shows the heart pumping blood to all the cells and tissues of the body. The arrow is red, indicating that this blood is oxygen-rich. Step 2 is the release of oxygen-poor blood from the cells that have removed the oxygen and used it to provide energy to the cells. This blood, shown in the blue arrow, is returned to the heart. In step 3, the heart pumps this blue blood to the lungs, where it picks up oxygen carried in the air you breathe in. The red blood is then returned to the heart and pumped out to the body. How can the heart pump both blue and red blood at the same time? In the next slide, we'll show you how the heart accomplishes this task. Here is how the heart is able to pump both red and blue blood. The heart has two sides, right and left. The right side pumps blue blood from the heart to the lungs. The left side pumps red oxygen-rich blood to the whole body. Since the left side has to do so much more work, the left heart wall is thicker than the right. Just like your kitchen sink controls the flow of water into your sink, the valves of the heart control the flow of blood. What is amazing about these valves is that they close just in time as the pressure of the blood builds up in each part of the heart. Just imagine the billions of times these valves open and close in your lifetime. Did you know that there is a reason why the heart is associated with love and emotion? The ancient Egyptians believed that both intelligence and emotion were based in the heart, while the Chinese believed that the heart was the source of happiness. It was only in the 1700s that the heart was discovered to be the organ that pumps blood around the body. A heartbeat may seem like a simple, repeated event, but it's a complex series of very precise and coordinated events that take place inside and around your heart. Nerves connected to the heart regulate the speed with which the muscle contracts. The average heart muscle contracts and relaxes about 70 to 80 times per minute without you ever having to think about it. This is because the heart muscle conducts an electric current that coordinates all its movements. As the muscle is stimulated to contract, it pushes blood through the chambers and into the vessels. Then it relaxes. Both the contraction and relaxation are electrical events that you can see on an electrocardiogram, as shown on this slide. When you run, your heart pumps more quickly. When you sleep, your heart pumps more slowly. Did you know that the heart beats faster in infants and children than in adults? The heart's rate when you are a baby is about 120 beats per minute. As you grow, your heart rate slows. A 7-year-old child's heart beats about 90 times per minute. By the age of 18, the heart rate is about 70 beats per minute. This is because in babies and children, a higher percentage of their body weight is made up of active organs such as the liver, brain, and the lungs. Their heart must beat more quickly to pump the same amount of blood as a larger heart. As children grow, they add muscles and fat, which require less blood flow. Each of the 37 million heartbeats per year is related to 37 million electrical impulses. That is why it is very important that your heart works properly to control your heartbeats. When the heart does not have enough oxygen, the heart rhythm can change, affecting how much blood is pumped to the body. If the heart stops, there will not be enough oxygen to keep the body alive. Since the heart is the only organ in the body that provides its own blood flow and oxygen, it is important to keep the tiny vessels of the heart healthy. That way, there will be enough oxygen to keep the heart functioning at its best. Did you know? The heart can continue to beat after it is removed from the body as long as it has the right nutrients and water surrounding it. The electrical activity in the heart allows the heart muscle to contract for days when kept in a solution providing carbohydrates, minerals, and other nutrients. This is because the heart muscle can stay alive for days under the proper conditions. This special property makes it easier to transport hearts long distances for heart transplantation surgery. Most of the blood in your body is carried in tiny blood vessels called capillaries. The red blood reaches all of the cells of the body through these capillaries and flows back to the heart through the tiny vessels called venules. Tiny muscles control the flow of blood to the cells through these tiny vessels. In the next lesson, you will learn how an amazing nutrient can support blood flow through these tiny vessels. Tiny valves made of smooth muscle cells control the flow, just as the faucet in a sink allows water to flow. The tiny capillaries in the heart and all around the body control blood flow. We need to care for both the blood vessels in the heart to keep it functioning and the tiny blood vessels all over the body that feed our cells. Your nutrition is extremely important in supporting the health of these tiny blood vessels. Did you know that the blood vessels fed by your heart are more than 60,000 miles long? Most of this length is in the tiniest vessels in your body. They could wrap around the world twice. Good work! You've completed another lesson in the Herbalife Nutrition Education program. During the next lesson, we'll learn about nitric oxide and the heart. See you at the next meeting. Hi, welcome back to the Herbalife Nutrition Education program with me, Dr. Luigi Groton, Vice President of Nutrition Education. In your last lesson, you learned how the heart is structured, how it functions to keep the body healthy, and why it's important to keep vessels healthy. Now, in Lesson 2, we'll look at nitric oxide, a vital gas that helps vessels and smooth muscle cells function at their best by letting nutrients and oxygen get optimally delivered to tissues. Nitric oxide is made by a protein-building block, the amino acid arginine, and a rare amino acid called citrulline. The benefits of nitric oxide were discovered in part by Dr. Lou Ignarro, who won a Nobel Prize for this scientific breakthrough. Let's see specifics and enrich your knowledge with Lesson 2. Welcome back to the Herbalife Nutrition Education program. In this lesson, we will see how nitric oxide contributes to the circulatory system. Let's get started. Tiny valves made of smooth muscle cells control the flow, just as the faucet in a sink allows water to flow. The tiny capillaries in the heart and all around the body control blood flow. We need to care for both the blood vessels in the heart to keep it functioning and the tiny blood vessels all over the body that feed our cells. Your nutrition is extremely important in supporting the health of these tiny blood vessels. Did you know that the blood vessels fed by your heart are more than 60,000 miles long? Most of this length is in the tiniest vessels in your body. They could wrap around the world twice. Nitric oxide, also known as NO, is a gas made by the cells lining the tiniest blood vessels in the body. It helps to relax the tiny muscles controlling the blood flow to the cells of the body. Your nutrition helps to determine how much nitric oxide is made by the blood vessels and how long it will stay in the tiny blood vessels to do its job. For example, when your arms need more blood supply for movement or for warmth, the brain signals the blood vessels in the arms to release nitric oxide. After a big meal, nitric oxide sends more blood to your stomach to help you digest the food. It controls blood pressure, giving more blood when you exercise and reducing the flow of blood when your body is at rest. Now, let's see how the process works. When nitric oxide gas is bubbled into an artery, the artery relaxes and opens up. Nitric oxide relaxes the smooth muscle cells in the walls of even the tiniest blood vessels. It acts for a very short time and helps blood vessels function to deliver nutrition and red blood cells carrying oxygen to the tissues. Did you know? Nitroglycerin, a heart medication that relaxes the blood vessels in the heart, was first discovered to relieve heart pain by workers in a factory making dynamite in Sweden. Among the workers in the factory were some people with heart disease who had chest pain. They noticed that their pain was relieved while they were working, only to return when they went home. This observation led to the discovery that the nitroglycerin used to make dynamite could also be a heart medication. Many years later, it was discovered that nitroglycerin had its beneficial effects on the heart through nitric oxide. The dynamite factory was owned by Alfred Nobel. The fortune he made in his factory was used to fund the Nobel Prize. One of the amino acids called arginine, which is also a building block of proteins, has another function inside the cells. It is taken up into the cell, and the nitrogen contained in the arginine amino acid is used to make nitric oxide, using a special protein called eNOS, or endothelial nitric oxide synthase. This protein is found in the walls of the tiniest blood vessels, and its activity depends on your overall nutritional health. Another rare amino acid called citrulline can help support the action of arginine in making nitric oxide. Nitric oxide only lasts a few seconds in the body, so the more antioxidant protection we provide, the more stable it will be and the longer it will last. The 1998 Nobel laureate in medicine and physiology, Dr. Lou Ignarro, and two other scientists discovered nitric oxide and its effects on the heart. Until then, it was thought that a protein must have accounted for the relaxation of blood vessels in the circulation. Their findings explained for the first time how nitric oxide affects circulation, improving the knowledge of doctors around the world. Let's learn some of the reasons why your body needs nitric oxide. Nitric oxide helps relax blood vessels and improves blood flow. Nitric oxide also helps to maintain healthy blood pressure. Nitric oxide assists the circulatory system in maintaining a healthy heart through its actions on tiny blood vessels. Did you know that nitric oxide production from the cells in tiny blood vessels is higher during the daytime and is reduced at night while you are sleeping? That is why arginine supplements are sometimes recommended to be taken at night for maximum effectiveness. We all know by now all the benefits of an active lifestyle. However, exercise has another great advantage. Both cardiovascular exercise and weightlifting increase the need for oxygen. As a response to this increased need, blood vessel cells release more nitric oxide into the blood. This promotes relaxation of the vessel walls, which increases blood flow and oxygen delivery. Include at least 30 minutes of aerobic exercise per day to promote the production of nitric oxide. Let's learn a few tricks to make nitric oxide production last longer. Did you know that nitric oxide improves muscles? Studies show that when trained cyclists take nitric oxide supplements for 3 weeks, they improve the ability of their muscles to work efficiently during exercise. As you age, the body's natural synthesis of nitric oxide declines. Taking an arginine supplement, which contains vitamins C and E, may help restore normal nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide is converted to an inactive form rapidly in tiny blood vessels by oxygen. Antioxidants, such as vitamin C and E, make nitric oxide survive in an active form within the blood vessel, where it can have more beneficial effects on the tiny blood vessels of the body. This is why arginine supplements may also contain vitamins E and C. Did you know? Some of the most popular nutrition supplements among bodybuilding and workout enthusiasts today contain arginine. Arginine supports increased production of nitric oxide and increased blood flow to muscles. The amino acid arginine is found in many protein-rich foods. Here are some examples of good sources of this essential amino acid. Many nuts and seeds contain arginine, such as pistachio nuts, almonds, sunflower seeds, and flax seeds. Various types of beans contain arginine. This includes kidney beans, soybeans, and lentils. Many different animal proteins contain arginine. For example, arginine is found in seafood such as tuna, salmon, mackerel, and shrimp. Fish is in many ways a better option than meat because of the lower fat content. Protein-enriched shakes have arginine and many other amino acids. Good work! You've completed another lesson in the Herbalife Nutrition Education program. See you at the next meeting. Hello again and welcome back. I'm Dr. Luigi Groton, Vice President of Nutrition Education. In the past 2 lessons, you learned about the heart structure and functions and the importance of nitric oxide in heart health. In our next lesson, we'll examine why good nutrition is necessary for the heart. Cholesterol buildup in the arteries and the vessels from eating poor fatty foods must be controlled. If it's not, it can cause negative effects, such as blocking blood flow, affecting organ function, and even causing heart attacks. Here's more on the importance of heart nutrition. Welcome back to the Herbalife Nutrition Education program. In this lesson, we'll learn about all the different aspects of heart health, including the many different nutrients and supplements that can support heart health. Let's get started. From the moment it begins beating until the moment it stops, the human heart works tirelessly. Like a pumping machine, the heart provides the power needed for life. This organ supplies blood and oxygen to all parts of the body. The heart is located in the chest cavity, just behind the breastbone between the lungs. Tiny valves made of smooth muscle cells control the flow, just as the faucet in a sink allows water to flow. The tiny capillaries in the heart and all around the body control blood flow. We need to care for both the blood vessels in the heart to keep it functioning and the tiny blood vessels all over the body that feed our cells. Your nutrition is extremely important in supporting the health of these tiny blood vessels. Nitric oxide, also known as NO, is a gas made by the cells lining the tiniest blood vessels in the body. It helps to relax the tiny muscles controlling the blood flow to the cells of the body. Your nutrition helps to determine how much nitric oxide is made by the blood vessels and how long it will stay in the tiny blood vessels to do its job. Nitric oxide is converted to an inactive form rapidly in tiny blood vessels by oxygen. Antioxidants such as vitamin C and E make nitric oxide survive in an active form within the blood vessel, where it can have more beneficial effects on the tiny blood vessels of the body. This is why arginine supplements may also contain vitamins E and C. Balanced nutrition and a healthy, active life are important for maintaining a healthy heart. They help to counter many of the negative influences in our lives, such as pollution, stress, inactivity, poor diet, smoking, excess alcohol intake, obesity, and the lack of necessary vitamins and minerals. Now that you know how arginine, vitamin E, and vitamin C support a healthy heart, let's take a look at the many other nutrients that can benefit heart health. Being overweight makes it harder for your heart to pump blood around the body. Many overweight people are noted to have a thickened heart muscle. The heart muscle thickens because it has to work harder to pump blood around the body in overweight people. Some 72% of men and 64% of women in the United States are overweight or obese, which represents more than half of the population at risk. The food you eat can affect the way blood flows through your heart and arteries. Research has shown that a fast food meal can reduce blood flow through the tiny vessels in your body right after you eat it. This is one reason why it's important to have a healthy diet in order to support a healthy heart. Did you know that red meat is high in fat? Most cuts of red meat are high in total fat, saturated fat, and cholesterol, so it's best to think of red meat as an occasional treat rather than the foundation of a daily diet. When you choose to eat red meat, choose the leanest cuts you can find and trim off all the visible fat before you cook it. High intakes of added sugars can raise your blood fat levels. An influx of sugar into the bloodstream upsets the body's blood sugar balance, triggering the release of insulin. Insulin promotes the storage of fat, so that when you eat sweets high in sugar, you're making way for rapid weight gain and elevated blood fat levels. Many sweet treats, such as ice cream, cookies, cakes, and pastries, contain not only a lot of sugar, but also a lot of fat. For a healthy heart, limit these treats and substitute fresh fruits for dessert. The glycemic index is a measure of how a given food affects blood sugar levels, with each food being assigned a numbered rating. The lower the glycemic index, the slower the absorption and digestion process, which provides a more gradual, healthier release of sugars into the bloodstream. On the other hand, a high glycemic index means that the food causes blood sugar levels to increase rapidly. As a result of the rapid rise in blood sugar, there is a rise in insulin, which can increase the level of blood fats. Did you know that the average American consumes an astounding 2 to 3 pounds of sugar each week? These numbers are not surprising, considering that highly refined sugars in the forms of sucrose, or table sugar, dextrose, or corn sugar, and high fructose corn syrup are being processed into so many foods, such as bread, breakfast cereal, mayonnaise, peanut butter, ketchup, spaghetti sauce, and many convenience foods. In the last 20 years, we have increased sugar consumption in the United States from 26 pounds to 135 pounds of sugar per person per year. Prior to the 1900s, the average consumption was only 5 pounds per person per year. You may have heard the saying, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." The fiber in fruits and vegetables helps to balance blood fats and sugars. Fiber slows the absorption of sugars from the digestive tract. It also binds fats in the digestive system and takes them out of the body. These functions help your body to maintain a healthy heart. Everyday habits can make a big difference in your heart health. Sitting for hours on end increases your risk of gaining weight. And being overweight can affect the ability of your heart to pump blood around the body. So make sure to get moving. If you are under stress, you may overeat and you may exercise less. You may also eat the wrong kinds of foods that raise your blood sugar and blood fats. So, stress can affect your heart health. In response to stress, you should exercise instead of overeating. Remember, exercise is a healthy habit. Promoting heart health isn't complicated. It is really all about making a few changes to include a healthy diet and an active lifestyle, using the proper supplements. Eating for a healthy heart is really simple. And in the next lesson, you will learn what you can do to improve your heart health. Good work! You've completed another lesson in the Herbalife Nutrition Education program. In the next lesson, we'll put what we've learned into practice. See you at the next meeting. Hello again and welcome back. I'm Dr. Luigi Groton, Vice President of Nutrition Education. We've taken an interesting journey through the heart and circulatory system. We also learned about the importance of keeping them in good health to make sure they function at their best. Now let's learn specific ways to put all this knowledge into practice in order to maintain good heart health. Remember, you don't have to change your life overnight. Be realistic and don't set impossible goals. Know your lifestyle and if necessary, start changing some of your patterns slowly. Let's take a closer look at some of this advice. Welcome back to the Herbalife Nutrition Education program. In this lesson, we'll put the theory into practice. Let's get started. From the moment it begins beating until the moment it stops, the human heart works tirelessly. Like a pumping machine, the heart provides the power needed for life. This organ supplies blood and oxygen to all parts of the body. The heart is located in the chest cavity, just behind the breastbone between the lungs. Tiny valves made of smooth muscle cells control the flow, just as the faucet in a sink allows water to flow. The tiny capillaries in the heart and all around the body control blood flow. We need to care for both the blood vessels in the heart to keep it functioning and the tiny blood vessels all over the body that feed our cells. Your nutrition is extremely important in supporting the health of these tiny blood vessels. Nitric oxide, also known as NO, is a gas made by the cells lining the tiniest blood vessels in the body. It helps to relax the tiny muscles controlling the blood flow to the cells of the body. Your nutrition helps to determine how much nitric oxide is made by the blood vessels and how long it will stay in the tiny blood vessels to do its job. Nitric oxide is converted to an inactive form rapidly in tiny blood vessels by oxygen. Antioxidants such as vitamin C and E make nitric oxide survive in an active form within the blood vessel, where it can have more beneficial effects on the tiny blood vessels of the body. This is why arginine supplements may also contain vitamins E and C. Balanced nutrition and a healthy active lifestyle are important for maintaining a healthy heart. They help to counter many of the negative influences in our lives, such as pollution, stress, inactivity, poor diet, smoking, excess alcohol intake, obesity, and the lack of necessary vitamins and minerals. A heart-healthy lifestyle is based on both balanced nutrition through diet and dietary supplements. Balanced nutrition includes healthy protein, fats, fruits and vegetables, and whole grains. Healthy protein shakes combined with regular meals and snacks can help you maintain a healthy body weight, which is vital to a heart-healthy lifestyle. Dietary supplements, including fish oils, Arginine supplements, vitamins and minerals, and antioxidants can provide additional nutrients contributing to a heart-healthy lifestyle. Reaching and maintaining a healthy body weight can help keep better blood flow and, therefore, a healthy heart. Adding protein supplements and protein shakes to your diet may help you achieve and maintain a healthy body weight. In addition to knowing which foods to eat, you'll also need to know when and how much you should eat. Overloading your plate, taking seconds, and eating until you feel stuffed can lead to eating more calories, fat, and saturated fat than you should. Portions served in restaurants are often more than anyone needs. Keep track of the number of servings you consume and use proper serving sizes to help control your portions. Also, remember, eating frequently may help you maintain a healthy body weight. Lean meat, poultry, and fish, low-fat dairy products, and egg whites or egg substitutes are some of your best sources of protein. But be careful to choose lower-fat options, such as skim milk rather than whole milk, and skinless chicken breasts rather than fried chicken patties. Beans, peas, and lentils also are good sources of protein and contain less fat and no cholesterol, making them good substitutes for meat. Substituting soy protein for animal protein, for example, a soy shake for a fast food meal, will also reduce your fat and calorie intake. And protein shakes are convenient meals that will provide you with high-quality protein without the addition of any saturated fats or cholesterol. Soy makes an excellent protein substitute for red meat, which will reduce your saturated fat intake while providing the great benefits of protein. Add tofu to your favorite stir fry and use soy milk in protein shakes in your diet. Fiber helps to keep your digestive system healthy. Vegetables and fruits are good sources of vitamins and minerals. They are low in calories and rich in dietary fiber. Eating more fruits and vegetables may help you feel full, so you may eat less high-fat foods such as meat, cheese, and snack foods. Featuring vegetables and fruits in your diet can be easy. Keep vegetables washed and cut in your refrigerator for quick snacks. Keep fruit in a bowl in your kitchen so that you'll remember to eat it. And choose recipes that have vegetables or fruits as the main ingredients, such as vegetable stir fry or fresh fruit mixed into salads. Did you know that you should have at least 5 daily servings of fruits and vegetables? Fruits and vegetables should be the base of the daily diet. A 1-cup serving of fruit has an average of only 70 calories, and a 1-cup serving of vegetables has an average of only 50 calories. So you can get all the servings of fruits and vegetables you need without eating too many extra calories. This way you can get the nutrition you need and still achieve and maintain a healthy body weight. Whole grains are also good sources of fiber and other nutrients. You can increase the amount of whole grains in a heart-healthy diet by making simple substitutions for refined grain products. Refined grain products are made from finely ground white flour, which has had the fiber removed during processing. This white flour is the most commonly used flour in making breads, cakes, cookies, cereals, and pastries. You need to find out whether the bakery products you are eating contain whole grains. This information can sometimes be found on the label, but not always. Another easy way to be sure you are getting the fiber you need is to take a fiber supplement every day. Since it is often difficult to be sure you are getting whole grains, a fiber supplement is a great way to be sure you are getting all the fiber you need every day. Also, if you aren't sure you're eating enough fruits and vegetables, this is a great option to ensure the recommended fiber intake. Most people need about 25 grams of fiber every day. Balance your intake of omega-3 and omega-6 fats by eating a low-fat diet. Add fish and fish oil supplements to your diet. Eat ocean-caught salmon or other oily ocean fish, such as tuna, sardines, or herring, at least 3 times per week. And it is also a good idea to include the recommended amounts of omega-3 supplements every day. Limiting how much saturated and trans fats you eat is important for a healthy heart. The best way to reduce saturated and trans fats in your diet is to limit the amount of solid fats, butter, margarine, and shortening, that you add to food when cooking and at the table. You can also reduce the amount of saturated fat in your diet by trimming off the fat in your meat or by choosing lean cuts of meat and eating more fish and poultry breast. You may also want to check the food labels of some cookies, crackers, and chips. Many of these snacks, even those labeled reduced fat, could be made with oils containing trans fats. One clue that a food has some trans fats in it is the phrase partially hydrogenated in the ingredient list. All the cells of your body need water, and you should drink about 2 liters each day. Your blood is 2/3 water, and not drinking enough water can reduce the volume of blood circulating around your body. So, to maintain a healthy heart, it is important that you drink water throughout the day and be sure to take in 6 to 8 glasses every day. When muscles are being used during exercise, the muscles massage the veins, pumping blood back to the heart. This, in turn, helps the heart pump the red blood cells through the body. Thus, the circulation of the blood is greatly increased. This increase in circulation has a twofold benefit to the body. First, an abundant supply of oxygen is taken not only to the muscles, but also to every part of the system. And second, the blood circulates through the kidneys, resulting in an increase in the elimination of the body's wastes. Both of these are essential for good health. Even if you know the facts, we understand that sometimes keeping a healthy diet may be challenging. In some cases, supplements may be a great way to ensure you're getting all the nutrients your body needs to maintain a healthy heart. Omega-3 supplements, arginine supplements, and protein shakes are supplements that can help you maintain optimal heart health. Good work! You've completed another lesson in the Herbalife Nutrition Education program. Next time, we'll review what we've learned. See you at the next meeting. Hi there, I'm Dr. Luigi Groton, Vice President of Nutrition Education. Welcome back to the Herbalife Nutrition Education program. Congratulations on reaching the end of this module about nutrition and heart health. It's time to review our previous lessons. In Lesson 1, we learned that the heart is the only organ that pumps blood to itself, that the heart uses arteries and veins, as well as vessels, like other tissues, vital to keep the heart's pathway healthy. Lesson 2 taught us about the important gas nitric oxide, which relaxes muscle cells and vessels to deliver nutrition and oxygen to cells for good health. In Lesson 3, we learned about the dangers of cholesterol buildup in the arteries and vessels and the need to maintain their health through a good diet and supplements. And we also learned how to put all the theory into practice. Now on to a summary of these lessons, as well as a fun quiz that'll let you prove your new knowledge. It's time to review what we've learned. Let's take a quick look back. From the moment it begins beating until the moment it stops, the human heart works tirelessly. Like a pumping machine, the heart provides the power needed for life. This organ supplies blood and oxygen to all parts of the body. The heart is located in the chest cavity, just behind the breastbone between the lungs. Tiny valves made of smooth muscle cells control the flow, just as the faucet in a sink allows water to flow. The tiny capillaries in the heart and all around the body control blood flow. We need to care for both the blood vessels in the heart to keep it functioning and the tiny blood vessels all over the body that feed our cells. Your nutrition is extremely important in supporting the health of these tiny blood vessels. Nitric oxide, also known as NO, is a gas made by the cells lining the tiniest blood vessels in the body. It helps to relax the tiny muscles controlling the blood flow to the cells of the body. Your nutrition helps to determine how much nitric oxide is made by the blood vessels and how long it will stay in the tiny blood vessels to do its job. Now, let's see how the process works. When nitric oxide gas is bubbled into an artery, the artery relaxes and opens up. Nitric oxide relaxes the smooth muscle cells in the walls of even the tiniest blood vessels. It acts for a very short time and helps blood vessels function to deliver nutrition and red blood cells carrying oxygen to the tissues. A heart-healthy lifestyle is based on both balanced nutrition through diet and dietary supplements. Balanced nutrition includes healthy protein, fats, fruits and vegetables, and whole grains. Healthy protein shakes combined with regular meals and snacks can help you maintain a healthy body weight, which is vital to a heart-healthy lifestyle. Dietary supplements, including fish oils, arginine supplements, vitamins and minerals, and antioxidants, can provide additional nutrients contributing to a heart-healthy lifestyle. Even if you know the facts, we understand that sometimes keeping a healthy diet may be challenging. In some cases, supplements may be a great way to ensure you're getting all the nutrients your body needs to maintain a healthy heart. Omega-3 supplements, arginine supplements, and protein shakes are supplements that can help you maintain optimal heart health. Now that you've refreshed your memory, you are ready for our fun quiz. See you then. Welcome, it's time for the fun quiz. Let's begin. Take some time to answer these 5 questions. Let's see how you did. What does the heart do? The heart pumps blood around the body. It is important to drink 6 to 8 glasses of water every day for heart health. This is true. Water keeps a normal amount of blood circulating through your heart and makes it easier for the heart to do its job. Nitric oxide relaxes small blood vessels and it is made from the amino acid arginine. This is true. Nitric oxide is important in maintaining the flow of blood and oxygen through the tiny vessels, which carry most of the blood circulation. Maintaining a healthy body weight is good for your heart. This is true. Keeping a healthy body weight can help your heart function better by making it easier for the heart to pump blood around the body. Eating a healthy diet high in fiber is good nutrition to help support a healthy heart. True. A high-fiber diet helps to keep your blood fats in a normal range and makes it easier for your body to get rid of waste products. Congratulations! You've completed this entire module.